Bonsoir, my little movie shaggers. This evening, back with another review. This time it's for this, The Testament of Anne Lee. As you can tell, it's a film about heavy religious topics. So let's just jump straight into it, shall we? Yes. There is a really wonderful, talented cast for this one. Amanda Seyfried plays our Mother Superior, and she does give a great performance, even if her accent is a little off. She is joined by co-stars Lewis Pullman and Thomasin McKenzie. And then the three of those are joined by a lovely supporting cast with Christopher Abbott, Stacey Martin, Shannon Woodward, Matthew Beard, and Tim Blake Nelson. Everyone gives enjoyable performances, and helps carry the film, whether they've got a big part or a small part. The story for this one tells the account of a woman in Manchester who becomes closer to God after the death of her 4 children. This film does get a few things bang on in terms of harrowing and poignant concepts and themes. For example, religious zealotry and religious persecution, just to name a couple. Themes of loss, faith and sin are all pretty heavy in this film's main narrative, with religious prayer and worship that felt almost cult-like at times. I also appreciated that for the most part, the film stuck to the facts of what was a true story. Mostly though, I just really appreciated that this film set out from the start. It set out trying to tell a story of a woman on a religious and spiritual journey, after experiencing a lot of hardship. And it did just that. It told that story perfectly. There were no detours or contrived subplots. The film simply laid out what it was going to do and what it was going to be about, and then expressed that within its runtime. I just found that really refreshing. I also really enjoyed all the religious imagery and iconography. Mona Fastvold directs this one, and she's one of those few directors who's particularly talented at telling a story through brutal and beautiful imagery, as well as really strong dialogue. There were honestly so many gorgeous yet jarring shots throughout the film that really helped the film feel grounded in reality and grit. There are shots of bloody, full frontal pregnancy and torture, and just those 2 particular shots alone, those shots and those 2 scenes really help push forward the violent and raw nature of this film. I also have to really quickly mention the composer, Daniel Blumberg, who alongside the director composed the score for this film by blending already established Shaker hymns with his own very unique and beautiful score. Just a really talented and thought-provoking composer. I actually really enjoyed this film far more than I thought I would. Only have a couple real issues with it. The first one being that for characters that was supposed to be from Manchester, a lot of these actors had awful Manchester accents, so bad that it just really took me out of the film a lot of points throughout the film, and just sort of really ruined the immersion of the film. That, and this film was also labelled as a musical, but the first musical number didn't really come in until about 30-40 minutes into the film, and then the musical numbers were so far apart from each other that I didn't really feel like you could call this film. You could label this film as a musical. But like I said, I enjoyed this film far more than I thought I would. I enjoyed the performances, the writing and the direction, all of that. So for those reasons, I'm going to give this film 3.5 popcorns out of 5 popcorns. There we have it, you top shaggers. That's my review for The Testament of Anne Lee. As always, if you've seen it and you enjoyed it, let me know what you enjoyed. If you didn't really enjoy it too much because there was god-awful Manchester accents, then let me know. And as always, if you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to leave me a little bit of love with a like, a comment, little bit of a follow. Until the next one, I love you.